a moment here. Just bear with me. We are fine-tuning the process right now. Should be just another moment. I'm going to throw a link out on Twitter just in case more friends want to join. Well, let's see what we can't get done here today. We had just a hell of a run last time. Opened up Axis Mundi again and ran into the pizza delivery girl, which was quite nice because she offered to permanently open up a portal to Axis Mundi for us. For $2 grand, of course, which I obliged. Had the coin, figured why not, and explored Axis Mundi quite a bit, actually, and found a lot of awesome gear. So, sword upgrade, helmet upgrade, and I want to say armor and a cape as well. Couldn't afford all of them, but I did buy a couple of the items, and you know, every little bit helps. I love being able to take down those guys. Okay. Let's go with that. So if you haven't watched the Stubbs cast yet, I'm sorry, not the Stubbs cast, Midweek Gaming. This is old news, but not fake news. Stubbs went live on camera, and I don't know if that's the first time he's gone on camera. It's certainly the first time I've seen him go live on camera. So good for him, and it was a good show. I watched about 45 minutes of it so far, and just a great group. Let's go check those guys out. Midweek Gaming is their show. And then Stubbs does an interview on the weekends, Sunday in particular, I think. And this weekend, I think he's got the Indie Gamer on the show. So should be a good one. I'm going to try to tune in. Boy, good thing for the new armor. We are just taking the hits today. Ooh, there we go again. You know, regardless of the hits, I'm doing really good in terms of gold gang. I think that extra 28% is helping quite a bit with that. You never know if there's going to be a coin in there or not. Worth checking. We are on the eve of another Steam sale. The Lunar sale, to be precise. And I'm going to lose some money. Gladly. I think I'm gonna go all in with Noita. I think that would be a fun game to stream. I try to look for games that you don't have to pay too much attention to. One of the first games I tried streaming was Divinity: Original Sin, and gosh, I think Meisuko showed up for a little bit. Thanks for that, buddy. Appreciate the support. It's just hard to pay attention to the chat and play the game at the same time, so I look for one that's a little bit easier on the brain so that I can do both and have a nice engaging discussion with the chat. Take a quick sip of coffee there. I've got some unicorn blood today, and I'll tell you what, I quite like it. I bowled it, I'm sorry, I brewed it on the more bold setting, and this is a roast out of a company called Dark Matter, and it's got some really nice chocolate notes to it. Gotta love taking them down with the door. Hey, Meisuko! What's going on, buddy? You know, Rogue Legacy 2 is quite good. I had an epic run the other day, and I was able to open up that area. I don't know if you've seen me get to it in the past, but it's called Axis Mundi. You have to do a weird jumping combination to get there. I figured out how to get there yesterday, and I had this floaty trait where, you know, you didn't fall very quickly, and so, make a long story short, I did quite good in Axis Mundi and actually found a character called the Pizza Delivery Girl, and no, that is not a troll, it's the Pizza Delivery Girl. And she offers to permanently open up portals across the game. And so now I can permanently and very easily get to Axis Mundi, which is quite good. So it's a good run, and you know, of course, that area has a bunch of stuff. This is the area that I'm talking about, and look, here she is. She's got a piece of pizza on her head. That area is just loaded up with rare loot, so I've... no, we're not going to do that, but we are going to take the portal that I opened up, which is right there. So it cost me $2 grand. Yeah, right? It cost me $2 grand to open this up. And now that it is, I can just dip right back in to this area whenever I want to, which is quite nice. It's a harder area, but you know, it used to take like a hop, skip, and a jump to get here, and now it's much easier to get here. So I caught the caught a little bit of midweek gaming last night. Did you happen to see any of that? That was tough. Yeah, so is that the first time that Stubbs has gone on camera? I didn't know for sure, but he had messaged me and said, "Oh, hey, you know, I was on camera." And I thought, "Oh, wow, I gotta check that out." Good for him. Oh, I'm a big fan of their show. Stubbs was nice enough to have me on the show. Gosh, it was sometime last year, and that was a blast. Everybody was there except for Mr. Tucci, and Mav was actually on the same show that I participated in. But you know, Stubbs is he's one of the first people I ever bumped into on Twitter. I mean, so it's been a year about that I've been BSing about games and YouTube and all that kind of stuff with Stubbs. So yeah, I'm a fan of what he does. I like supporting him. Good show as usual. Those guys are funny. I've watched about 45 minutes of it. Probably watch more later. Alright, well, we're kind of stuck at this point as far as going that way. This is where that jumping capability, wherever it is going to come in handy. He really is just such a positive person and just super down to earth, creates a very chill atmosphere for people to hang out and talk about the hobby that we all enjoy so much. So yeah, I really appreciate what Stubbs does. Alright. Ooh, didn't even see that. Yeah. Are they still doing the show? I thought they were still on. I really want that chest. I thought he was bummer. I thought he was interviewing. All right, that's not going to happen. I thought he was going to interview Indy on Sunday. Maybe I've got that wrong. Oh, zoiks. Oh, is that right? That stinks, man. You know, I know quite a few people who are having issues. You know, even out where I'm at, there have been issues on and off, and gosh, I mean, internet is the one utility that is so important right now. You know, given what's transpired since last year. You know, it's the one outlet. I know he had some problems months ago with his internet, but it all got shook out. I don't know, man. Between the weather and everything else, there's just been some unique problems. All right, do we go for that? I'm gonna say no, not this time. It's so true. You know what though? It's starting to get better. I have a family member that just got round 1 of the vaccination last night. So, you know, I'm hearing from friends that are getting vaccinated. So things are happening. It's starting to move in a more positive direction, like we talked about one of the last times. You know, I think we just need to make it to April, and I think things are going to look different. Not 100%, but they're going to look different, and I think we can all find hope in that. Yeah, we were excited. All right, let's see here. So he gains an extra life. Yeah, we'll go with that. Now, before we put money in there, I mentioned finding some different things in that new area. We're going to buy this and put it on. Okay. And we've got this, so that'll add to the magic crit chance. We'll put that on as well. Okay. We've got 1,400 left at this point. So I've got to get more warden items. I've got 3 on right now, so you start to get unity. Let's see if we can get anything else here. Yes, we can. Let's do this final armor upgrade. And off we go. Now, Meisuko, are you planning on spending a bunch of money on this Steam sale coming up? Hey, Taryn, what's going on? Well, I appreciate you smashing some likes. Looking forward to your show this weekend with Little Nightmares 2. Yeah, I think I'm destined to pick up Noita. And maybe the other one I mentioned during Indy's show that he was really high on too. It's something Wrath of the Gods or something of the Gods. Yeah. I think so too. Probably not one you have to pay super attention to. Okay. Oh boy. Come on, throw me a bone here. How do you get this guy? Is he the only one left? There we go. Wow. I honestly don't even know what these are used for. Haven't had a need for them yet. But I'll take them. I'm not arguing. Okay. So was it a busy day for you today, Meisuko? You play any games? Oh wow. Did we just hit the same room? We did. That's strange. I've never seen that happen before. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Where's the white rabbit? Nice. There are some good options out there these days. Even on Game Pass, I still have not gotten around to going through Battletoads. Oh, that's cool. What kind of food? What's up, Big Mama Jamma? I don't know if you guys geek out on coffee like me. I'm drinking a roast called Unicorn Blood by a roaster called Dark Matter. It's quite good. Isn't that kind of bad? go back into the easier section here. Terran, I did play it through Mother Russia Bleeds on Game Pass a while ago. I can't say I recommend it, but it fits in with the style you're jonesing for. Wow. That all sounds amazing. How do you do your ribs? I've cooked them lots of different ways, you know. Smoker, pressure cooker. Start with a boil, move them to the oven for a finish. I've even done them in the crock pot. I'm curious how you do yours. So many methods. Nothing here. Okay. Yep. You know, I don't want to go with that. That kind of sounds familiar to the 3-2-1 method of smoking ribs, where you do them at 225 Fahrenheit for 3 hours uncovered, and then you cover them in foil and do them for another 2 hours, and then the final hour you take the foil off, you slather them in sauce, and you pop them back in the smoker. 3-2-1 method. And those are pretty good too. That's what it reminds me of, where you're, you know, putting the foil on and taking it off. We have an Instant Pot, and that's a really nifty way to do ribs in a pressure cooker. And when they come out, you know, you can just cover them in sauce and throw them under the broiler for a bit, to your point, to get some color on them. You know, and get some of the texture back too that, you know, you might lose due to them being softened in the pressure cooking process. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, I don't want either of those things. So... yeah, I made them like that a couple weeks ago, and you know, everybody likes them. When I do ribs, there's no complaints. Okay, he's already got the extra life capability, so we're gonna pass on that. Let's see, where do we want to go here? Might be time to go to Axis Mundi. Although we could just attempt the boss, because why not? We got 1,600 gold. Yeah, why not? Ooh. I'm telling you, it might be weeks before I beat this guy. Oh! He's just really, really tough. Alright, there's our Death Defied. Let's get a couple more hits, right? Yikes. He's just really tough, and the attack really only does so much. But I guess that keeps you coming back for more, right? Part of the overall hook that, you know, it's going to take you 18 times before you can do this. All right, every eye is on you, the spotlight's on you. So I think what that means is the area of sight is like only a circle, and it's aggravating. So we're not going to go with that. Alright, we got enough gold to do some stuff, which is good. Let's go Vitality. Oh, no kidding. The Malabar Region coffee. Is that something that you can find on Amazon, or would you need to get that from, you know, like a more specific coffee type of shop? Always open to trying a new cup. I really like Dark Matter. You might be able to find that on Amazon. And of course, Jamaican Blue is another really, really good cup. Finland. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make note of that and see if I can find some. Appreciate the recommendation. Yeah, if you can, get yourself some unicorn blood. Their packaging is awesome. It's exactly what you would expect. And it's good. That's cool. Do you geek out on it? Do you like to make it in a certain way? Like a French press or a souped up machine, espresso? Or do you just go normal drip? I know you said you got that in a shop, but you know, when you make it yourself, just going straight drip style. And people can really go nutty with coffee. I'm in a Reddit, a subreddit for coffee, and you know, you got people that spend hundreds of dollars on their grinder. Okay, awesome. I've got a nice French press. I like that quite a bit. There's just a smoothness to it, you know? I drank Keurig coffee for years and years, and Emeril Lagasse has a coffee, well, at least it's got his name and likeness on it. It's called Big Easy Bold. That was my favorite, and you know, I think Keurig coffee just reminded me quite a bit of the smoothness of what you get out of a French press. And you know, eventually I didn't want to buy the damn K-Cups anymore. That just becomes kind of a slog. So now I'm back. We have a Ninja brand coffee maker, and you know, you can adjust it to just do the 1 cup. You can do a bolder brew. That's cool. Well, you know, Dark Matter and Big Easy Bold are both solid, especially if you like a darker cup of coffee, and that's mainly what I drink is dark roast. And it's got to be black. I don't want any of that bullshit in there, you know? Just give it to me. I want to taste the coffee. I don't want Snicker bar, creamer, you know, or any of the other nonsense that you can toss in there. I want to taste the bean. Okay, no, we're not going to do that. I didn't want to get hit by that. Oh man, they really do. You know, there was a time where I was into Starbucks, and I'll still stop there occasionally, especially if I'm on the move already and I want something. I prefer theirs to Dunkin's. I think Dunkin's is just too sweet for me. Saw that some of their serving, yeah, 1,000 calories. Yeah, I mean they're putting a lot of stuff in there. Their lattes and their frappuccinos, which is that a name that they invented? Were frappuccinos a thing before Starbucks? I wonder. But yeah, I mean that's a lot of calories just for a coffee. So then I take it you two prefer your coffee black. Those guys always get me if they start going. Oh wow, I didn't even see that guy coming. Oh, that's interesting. So no Duncan out that way by you. You know, here's the thing. Coffee and donuts, you know, just chocolate in general, I'd say they go together really well. That said, though, I don't feel like you're missing much. I really don't. I mean, there was a time where I wouldn't say that, but it's just too sweet, you know. And if you prefer dark roast, I just I don't think it's a match overall. All right, what is this? Ah, there we go. There we go. I knew there was something in there. All right, we want to go back down and to the right. You know, Duncan has also they've kind of moved in the direction of breakfast sandwiches as well. You know, like very similar to what McDonald's would put out there in their offering. Your Egg McMuffin with sausages of the world. And that's, you know, like if I'm going to go to Dunkin', I want coffee and donuts, and they're kind of moving more in that direction. So like I say, I don't think you're missing too much. You have Krispy Kreme out there? Alright, nostalgic. Let's go with this trait. Oh, look at that. Huh. Didn't even know you could do that. Appreciate that. Alright, we'll go with that. Krispy Kreme is, it's a favorite of mine. I mean, I'll drink their coffee, but really they get me in there for the donuts themselves. I'm a huge fan of Krispy Kreme donuts, and I don't know if they still do it anymore because I don't have any near me. But when the chain first launched, you'd go in there and the first thing they'd do is offer you a fresh Krispy Kreme glazed donut right off the line. I mean, it doesn't get more fresh than that, and it's just tremendous. And then, you know, of course, you'd get in line and buy a whole bunch more after having that taste. They knew exactly what they were doing. Very effective. I will admit to you this food oddity right now. Krispy Kreme donut with a hamburger on it. Just tremendous. I'm not talking chocolate donuts. You know, original glazed, like sugar glazed donut with a hamburger patty on it. I'm telling you, that's living. bummer. I should have climbed up there. Bet there's a chest. Nah, maybe not. Yeah, this was at a like a state fair that I had that at, and of course after having it, then I did a DIY version, but I actually did it with pulled pork instead, and I figured you got to spice it up a little bit, and so did the pulled pork on the Krispy Kreme donut to make a sandwich out of it, and then on top of that, we make a green hot sauce that is jalapeno pepper based. And it's got, you know, onion and garlic as well, but we smoke the components of the sauce, and so it kind of, it's still spicy, but it brings out the sweetness of the peppers, and so, you know, I put some of that on there, and man, just tremendous. Ouchie. Well, that one didn't go that great. Just wasn't meant to be. Alright, plus 72%. Eating food hurts you. But we get 72% more gold. That seems like it's worth it. Let's do it. Okay. I don't think there's much I can do here. I think we gotta dump a lot of this gold. That's the only problem with coming back with a lower amount of gold, but so be it. I think this could be a good run. Coins are worth 18 apiece. I mean, that's not bad. Just gotta avoid getting hit. Definitely want to grab that. Oh man, that's a good question. If I had to guess at this point... Oh shit, I didn't see that food pop out of there. That's right, it's just gonna float towards me. Oh, dangerous food. If I had to guess... Oh, no jumping. Duh. Well, we wouldn't have been able to get this anyway. If I had to guess, I'd say 15-ish hours. I've played most of it on stream. It's been really good. But it's going to take some people some time to get through. You know, not that that's a bad thing at all, but it is a beefy game. You know, unless it's just somebody that's like a absolute savant at these types of games. I mean, you've seen me play the Estuary Lamech boss a number of times. I did open up the boss in Axis Mundi as well, and it's another really tough one. I think this shoots through walls. Yes, it does. Oops. So like you said at one point in time, when it comes out and people are struggling, they can come complain to me. I'll be everybody's shoulder to cry on, I guess. They can vent. Oh, that's great. Take it you're making some pretty good progress then. There were parts of that game that I really struggled with. I forget the name of the section, but it's in one of the later parts of the game where, well, you know what? I won't say anything more. You will know it when you see it, I think. Yep. I definitely had times where I had gotten lost as well. So now that you're 14 hours in, you kind of, you know, you have an understanding as to the Hollow Knight formula. You know we're getting the sequel very soon here. What would you change about it? If anything. Is there anything you're hoping they do in Silksong? That worked out. Well, that was worth it. We're already at about $2 grand. Okay. We're gonna go back over here and head up. That's a good point. Yep. Yep. What I remember about that game was just kind of cruising around blindly, trying to find wherever the bug was that was selling the maps. And sometimes they hit that guy really well. You'd be looking around. They'd find some good corners to stick that guy. And until then, you were kind of just like, well, I know I'll get there eventually. Let's just keep going with it. So I agree with you. We'll see what they end up doing. Regardless, I think it's going to be good. I think you should play it on live stream. And I'll come and watch. And we'll talk coffee and food. That way my hands can be free. I'll eat some fried chicken while I'm watching. Oh. No mana. I'll start with that. Okay. I definitely want to get that chest. We got no mana. Come on. There we go. Hey, there's always a time to start. I hadn't streamed anything either up until a few weeks ago. Just giving it a try on a whim. And it turns out it's a good time. I think it enhances some of the single player games out there. You can shoot the breeze with people while you're going through. That's enjoyable. Oh, bugger. Well, that's okay. That went pretty well. 3,000 gold. That's not bad. All right, what do we got here? Plus 72% again. Again, with the eating food hurts you. I don't know how to feel about that. What does this one do? Replace your jump with a double jump. Meat is murder. It's literally trying to kill you. Eating food hurts you again. I think we'll go with this. And I think we're gonna buff the damage. Yeah, it was good. It's like stubbed toe. Let's see, increase XP gain. See, if we do this, it might open up a couple of other upgrade options to the right of it, but they also might be locked. I'm torn. I guess let's stick with the damage for now. Okay, 566 left. All right. You know, I hadn't been playing as the mage very much, and didn't really know what to think overall. And then when I had my hell of a run yesterday, turns out I was playing as the mage, so he's actually quite good, it turns out. Well, he or she, I guess, depending on the lineage you get. The nice thing is, if you can hit the guys within the circle, it applies burn damage. It's like a, yeah, it's like the sweet spot. But it applies burn damage, and then I believe it also will steal mana from them. If this guy does that. I think he does. Yeah. Wow, a lot of bags of gold all of a sudden. We're already at 1100. Good thing we did this run. Okay. Look before you leap. Boy, them being shaded and dark really does make a difference in some of these rooms. I didn't even see that eyeball until it was right in front of me. Pretty cool. They're going to be rolling out an update to this at the end of, well, I think middle of February. I think if I remember right, it was going to be the 18th, and there should be some new classes to try out. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, reach me in 15. Oh boy. Okay. Come on. What is that? What did we do wrong? Oh, it was one of these other tubes. Well, what can you do? Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be quite fun. And I think it's called Feiston Lake is going to open up as well, so that'll be another biome to check out. There should be some new upgrades available. So even more reasons to keep logging hours into the game. What I might do is switch to Noita next week and give the allotted time for them to get that patch out on this game, then I'll go back to it once that's out. Although I say that, I might just get a craving to play more of this. We'll see how hard Noida sets the hooks. Oh, man. I figured he might have a coin. Okay. That is a great way of saying it. Comfort food games, yeah. I think that's very true, you know. If I'm being honest, there it goes. It took me quite some time to actually sit down and play Wasteland 3. I forget what I was playing in addition to it at the time, but I was fairly into the game, and you know, Wasteland 3 came out, and I thought, oh, you know, this is the type of game I really want to play. But it's a game that, you know, it has some systems that can be complex at times to learn. And all right, we're gonna do this and see if any other upgrades open up. Aha! What do we have here? Oh, that's perfect. So we won't have to give up as much gold each time. See, sometimes it's worth dumping gold into something that's crappy like this, and it's only because I don't use spin kick a lot. But see, now that's open, and we can start pumping some love into that. But anyway, you know, Wasteland 3 in the beginning kind of felt like work, and it is easy to just slide back into these comfort food games, your fried chicken and rib type games. Hey, I'm gonna close it out here. Really appreciate you stopping by and sticking around for so long. It really does make these a lot more enjoyable to play and interact with people in this community. And to anybody that's gonna watch this, check out the Stubbs team, Midweek Gaming, and the Stubbs Cast. Apparently he's on hiatus. We won't give him too much shit over that because he's fantastic. And yeah, if you're looking for a good show and crew to cozy up to, great group of guys. So thank you again, Meisuko. Really appreciate it. Good talking to you. Thanks, Taryn, for stopping by. And you all have a great day. We will see you next time. Take care.